Little Red Riding Hood. A long time ago, in a faraway land, a little girl lived with her parents in a cozy cottage near to the woods. She wore her favorite red cloak every day, so her parents called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother asked her to visit her grandma, who lived at the farthest end of the woods.
Sweetheart, your grandma hasn't been well. Why don't you go to visit her?
I would love to visit her. I'm sure Grandma will be very happy to see me.
Take some fruit for Grandma. But remember, you must be careful in the woods. Do not wander off the path.
Don't worry, Mother. I will be very careful.
So, Little Red Riding Hood packed some fruit in her basket and set off to Grandma's house. She walked happily through the woods. But on her way to Grandma's house, Little Red Riding Hood spotted some wild flowers.
Oh, what pretty flowers! And they are Grandma's favourite colour. I'll pick some for her now and put them into my basket.
Little Red Riding Hood had forgotten what her mother had said, and she wandered off the path and into the woods to pick the flowers. What she did not know was that a big bad wolf was watching her. Now, the big bad wolf thought that Little Red Riding Hood would make a tasty snack, so decided to try to trick her by pretending to be friendly.
Hello, little girl. Where are you going on this fine day?
Hello, Mr. Wolf. I'm going to see my grandma.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Does she live nearby?
No, she lives at a cottage at the farthest end of the woods.
Oh, well, I hope you have a lovely day.
While Little Red Riding Hood was busy picking the flowers, the clever wolf ran straight to Grandma's house. He knocked on the door. When Grandma opened the door, the big bad wolf rushed into the house, grabbed poor Grandma and locked her in a cupboard. He put on Grandma's pajamas and tucked himself into her bed.
Please change to disc 2 and turn to image number 9.
After a while, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at Grandma's house.
Grandma, it's Little Red Riding Hood. I'm here.
The big bad wolf replied in Grandma's voice.
My child, come in. I was so hoping that you would come and visit me today.
As Little Red Riding Hood drew closer to the wolf, she noticed something strange.
Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my child.
Little Red Riding Hood noticed the wolf's big ears too.
Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have.
The wolf tricked her again.
All the better to hear you with, my child.
Little Red Riding Hood came closer and noticed something very scary.
Oh, Grandma, what big teeth you have.
The big bad wolf was very hungry, so he could not pretend to be Little Red Riding Hood's grandma anymore.
All the better to eat you with, my child. Ha ha ha!
And the big bad wolf pounced on Little Red Riding Hood, ready to eat her up. But Little Red Riding Hood was a clever girl. She ran out of the house as fast as she could and screamed.
Ah! Help! Help!
The big bad wolf chased after her. Luckily, a woodcutter who was chopping wood nearby heard Little Red Riding Hood's screams. He rushed over to help her and chased the big bad wolf away. He went into Grandma's house and found her in the cupboard. He set Grandma free, and Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma thanked him.
So much.
Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma hugged each other.
Thank goodness you're safe, my child. Remember, never wander off the path in the woods, and never talk to strangers.
I will remember that lesson, Grandma.
From then on, Little Red Riding Hood kept to the path in the woods and never talked to strangers or big bad wolves ever again. The end.